What up guys, Galis Fitness here. So today I want to talk to you about working out when sick. Now, before we proceed, I'm not your doctor. I'm not a doctor at all. Don't listen to me. If you're sick, you want to work out, go to your actual doctor, get advice from them. This is only for entertainment purposes only. Nothing else. I'm not a doctor. Don't take anything from this video serious. Now, let's proceed. So the thing you hear from many fitness influencers or people from the gym is if you have symptoms above neck, you good to go basically. And if the symptoms are below neck, you shouldn't work out. So basically what it means is it includes sore throat. Got it. So it includes sore throat, probably or definitely some type of runny nose or congestion or headache. Whereas in here, it's gonna be probably more chest related. So chest infection and nasty stuff like that. But I actually don't go by this because I think it's not as... I just think there's a better way to categorize this. So I have my own 3 categories that I personally go by, and it is mild symptoms. Let me check the spelling for this. Moderate symptoms and severe. All right, so now we have these 3 categories that I go by. So first is mild. So the symptoms are mild. Usually it's some minor sore throat, minor runny nose, minor headache, minor congestion. You don't feel any weakness. You basically overall feel okay. It's just that you have some mild symptoms of probably cold. So you're not tired, you feel strong. It's not really limiting you in any way apart from mild discomfort. Now, if I had to work out on the day I'm feeling these symptoms, I would most likely not skip anything and I would just keep everything the same. I would keep the volume and the intensity the same. Now, you can do an alternative thing. So the alternative would be reducing volume by 1 set per exercise. So if you do 4 sets of leg pull downs, you do 3 and so on. And what I would also do is I would keep the intensity, probably not. I would not go to failure, but I would keep it 1 to 2 reps shy of failure. Other than that, I would not change anything. So now we go to moderate category. Now everything that I mentioned before, but with moderate symptoms or the severity, the intensity of the symptoms is moderate. So moderate sore throat, moderate headache, and all that nasty stuff, but moderate. Now, when it comes to this, you already start to not feel so good. It really is bothering you. So when it comes to working out with moderate symptoms, I would usually reduce the overall volume of sets by about 1/3. And I would the intensity would be somewhere around 3 to 4 reps shy of failure. So intensity now goes down because the symptoms are getting worse and you don't want to exacerbate it even more. There's an alternative to this, and that's take a day off or take as many days off as you need until the symptoms disappear. And now we're going to the severe category, which is severe sore throat that you can barely drink, you can barely swallow, severe congestion, severe headaches. And now usually these things are accompanied with a fever. And when this happens, take a day off. There is no working out and there is no alternative to it. You just have to take days off until you get better, until you get over the sickness. And this can be also tied to the below the neck symptoms, but it can also be tied only to this. It doesn't matter. Once you have fever, that's it. Days off, I'm not working out. I could not even imagine working out during fever. Now, you don't have to have fever and you can still have these severe symptoms. I personally, if it's so severe, I don't work out. It impacts me on so many levels. So I would just take a day off or days off until this resolves, even if I don't have fever. Another thing to note is that it will probably be tied to the fever is our body aches or joint pain, weakness, will most likely all tied to the fever, but it can probably tie to this as well. These are the three categories. This is what I personally go by. Now, this is not a bad thing either. You can still use this differentiation or use this to decide whether you are gonna work out or not. But as you can see, sometimes even these things can impact you severely, and you don't have to have anything below your neck. This is my take on that. Now, another important thing to note is if you have fever and you have mild symptoms, you still don't work out. Once you have fever, it doesn't matter if it's mild, moderate, or severe symptoms, you don't work out. And you can have no symptoms at all. You can just have fever. It's probably unlikely, but if that happened, I still don't work out. You will probably have body aches anyway, so you won't feel like doing it at all anyway. But that's just another thing to point out. And another important point is that if you decide to work out and you are in these categories and you go to public gym, you just spreading germs. So my suggestion is, if you decide to work out, you should do it at home. If you have dumbbells, whatever setup you have, use that and work out at home. Don't go to the gym and spread more germs. This is just another suggestion I have. But even with all this, there is one important element that stands above all of that, and that is you need to listen to your own body. Sometimes you can have mild symptoms, but you can feel drained. You don't have to have body aches or fever. You just feel drained. You just feel tired. You just don't feel yourself. Then just skip the workout. Don't try to force it even if you have mild symptoms, but overall you just don't feel okay. It's just not that day. Just skip it. Now, I hope I don't have to talk about too much in depth how nutrition and hydration is important. I think you know it, everybody knows it. Even when you're sick, definitely be hydrated. Drink, and try to still stick to your diet, even if you're not training. When I'm not training and I'm sick, as long as it has nothing to do with my actual stomach, like a stomach bug or indigestion and stuff, I still try to hit my calories and I still try to hit my protein, even when with the severe symptoms, as long as it's not indigestion or something with my actual stomach. Another thing to point out is adjust your expectations. Even with mild symptoms, do not try to break PRs. PRs are for when you are not feeling sick, even if you have mild symptoms. Let your body recover. You can still work out hard with mild symptoms, but pushing it over the edge can actually exacerbate everything and you can end up with severe symptoms, which is just unnecessary. And the workouts when you're sick are mostly to maintain what you already have, not to push your body and try to break records and at sets and reps. No, it's mostly to maintain. And one of the last things I want to say or point out, when to resume the workouts at full capacity. Obviously, this will all depend what your doctor tells you and how you actually feel. I wouldn't try to completely rush into it. So that's very individual thing that you need to consider when you feel like you are ready to jump right back in. And one of the most important things when it comes to actually recovering from this illness is sleep. Prioritize this, because this is when you grow the most muscle, and this is also when you're gonna be recovering the most. Your body's fighting the infection and it needs to rest. So no late nights, no unnecessary sleep deprivation, no alcohol, because alcohol will definitely not only impair your workout, but also your recovery severely. So focus on sleep, focus on nutrition, focus on hydration, and then once you're ready, jump right back in when your doctor allows you to. Now, I hope that this video was helpful. If you have any questions about regarding this or anything that you want to add to it, your own views, just let me know in the comments. See you guys later.